Hey guys, me and Touch with my mom.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
Yep, and we just got out Suicide Squad, the third movie in the DC Cinematic Universe Extended Universe. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. Basic plot. 6 comics. You know what they get at the end of the government by Mandalore to run her task force. Their mission. Simple. Stop something from happening. That's the plot. Now going into this movie, here's the thing. I've heard a lot of bad reviews. I heard about all the controversy, I heard about all the critics, and I know this movie got bashed to hell. But after seeing this movie, I actually liked it. Now here's the thing. Is it good as Killing Joke? No. However, though, at the acting here, Mom, what's your opinion?
No, I was a little confused. I'm not really exactly sure what caused the whole big rift in the first place. Like what?
Well, magic.
Yeah, and I was confused.
Well,
I'm still kind of processing, so I don't know if I'll be all that helpful on this review, but my gut reaction is that it kind of fell short.
yeah.
A little convoluted. Like mishmashed, not sure what was going on, why it was going on.
Right. They had such a big cast, so many hero villains that it made it really hard to follow what was going on, and they were always doing little segues and little cutaways and tangent stories and things like that. They didn't have to do it that way. They, once again, just like Batman vs. Superman, they put everybody in the first film.
Well,
like, you could have built it up. Marvel figured that out. They figured out how to have successful, separate movie threads that came together as one, as Avengers, and you bought into each one of the characters because you knew them and knew their backstory. And in this, it's just they're all tossed together and everybody's angry and...
Well, they're villains, right? They're bad guys. They're not heroes, right?
Right,
you could have had, like,
wouldn't it be cool to see, like, the backstory of some of those first? Like, why not do the Will Smith backstory for one movie? Well, maybe the Harley Quinn one for one movie.
Well, here's the thing.
And bring it all together.
Well, here's the thing about that. The original COVID movie had to watch cut the because Warner Brothers, the corporate jerks what they are, they cut this movie to shreds. What, like BBS?
All right, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Before you continue, you said the same thing about Batman vs. Superman. And then when we got the director's cut, it still is like, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not all that well put together. So I don't know if it's like the studio chopping it up. It's that DC has this policy where they want to like rope you in with this massive group of characters right in the beginning. And they could have built that up a little bit better. They didn't have to have all the bad guys in this movie fighting together, becoming a team. You know, they went from being all lone wolves to all being like this awesome team of bad guys. But the other thing too is like they're bad guys that just saved the world. So how are we supposed to expect that Justice League is going to want to fight against them? What side are we supposed to like choose? They're not bad guys. They're heroes.
Anti-heroes. Well, here's the thing. Suicide Squad is one of the teams generally forced by the government to go on missions for the government, and they're not really good guys. They're bad guys, but they're forced to do it anyway. If they don't, they die. As you saw with one other character than Superman.
Right, but without giving too much away, which actually, I guess it would give something away. So, I just think that, you're supposed to like pick a side, correct?
Well, Judge agreed that they're not gonna fight them. Judge agreed to fight, Darkseid.
And what's the dark side? They're not the dark side?
No.
Oh, there's a darker side of the dark side.
Yeah, Darkseid is the ruler of Apocalypse. Apocalypse is like a predator with the new gods with New Genesis.
And then another thing. Was anybody else confused about the soldier's relationship with June?
Enchantress?
Yeah.
Confused? What do you mean?
Well, did Waller arrange that?
Yeah, I think she did.
Why?
To control the flag, basically.
To motivate him to go along with it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Once again, there's confusion.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Warner Brothers, they cut this movie to pieces. So
So
like,
you're saying it was in the editing that it got messed up?
yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's your go-to thing when a movie isn't all that well put together. I noticed.
yeah. Well,
It's
like,
the studio chopped it up.
yeah, which I actually agree with 100% about that because I know there's scenes that were cut, on the trailer that didn't show it. There's any more Joker scenes, which that got annoy me a little
I
bit.
have to say though, I did actually like the Joker a lot.
Jared Leto.
I thought he was a really good Joker, and he actually managed to not be as over the top and still be an amazing Joker.
Yeah.
He was
So-
subtly, he was over the top, but he was controlled over the
Yeah.
top.
The character calls for over the top,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like he controlled it well enough. And I think there were other good, performances in the movie.
Margot Harley Quinn.
I thought she was fine. Yeah, I thought she actually was really good.
Yeah,
I don't know if
she-
there's somebody else that could have done better than her. I mean, she did
She's
great.
awesome.
And I thought Will Smith was good too.
Yeah,
I mean,
good shot.
but it's more either the writing, the directing, or just the editing. I don't know. It's got to be one of those three things. 'Cause it wasn't cohesive. It didn't
It didn't
take you through
flow.
a story. It was just choppy all over the place.
Yeah. Like I said before, right? This film was cut the hell from Walmart, and David Ayer, the director, which I am blaming for this. I'm on his side because Walmart they screwed up with the movie. But I gotta say, the characters in my opinion are the one thing that gives this movie a positive because they're all characters were great, right?
Well, I think if you like comics, you should see it.
Uh-huh.
I personally, sometimes I like comics, sometimes I don't like comics, but
Yeah.
one thing I do like is when a story is in some sort of like orderly
Yeah.
fashion. And when I'm asking questions at the end of the movie, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be surprised and to question like, oh, wait, was that supposed to happen? But throughout the movie, I was constantly asking myself, why?
Yeah, and there was like a bazillion times where I was kind of like, why are they doing that now? Like
Yeah.
in the scene where they're in the bar
Yeah.
and whatever the fire dude tells
Yeah,
his
El
whole
Diablo.
backstory, you're like, why is he saying this now? What is the point of him saying it now? How does this add to the story?
Well,
Why does it take him to the next step? And the same thing happened with it was a really cheesy cutaway with the Asian girl.
Katana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like talking to her sword, and he tells her whole backstory. The husband, his soul is trapped in that. I don't know. It seemed like weird placement,
Forced.
very forced, and an odd place in the movie. They should be going to like gear up to fight this thing, and they're still doing cutaways.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It
It
was
needs work.
really a kind of jumbly mess.
Yeah. Well, I was finished the story, but what were the characters?
Characters themselves, I don't know. I liked like 3.
Yeah.
That's the thing with a
Joker
big
stalls.
cast like that. You're supposed to like.
Yeah.
Should be a bunch that you like,
Mhm.
So I did like the Joker a lot. I liked Harley Quinn a lot. I liked Will Smith. The others were, okay, they're fine, but they weren't like amazing. Like we don't know anything about that lizard dude. We know
Joe
nothing
Cock.
about him. From the
I did
movie,
like
we
the
don't
way they
know
made
anything
his
about him.
eyes look all creepy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I will say
Joe
too,
Cock.
visually very cool. They did a really good job with the visuals. Really cool use of color.
Yeah.
I thought that part was really cool.
Yeah.
I agree. That makes
so-
sense. Yeah.
That almost seems like the easy part nowadays. Like visually, it's easy to make your film amazing.
Yeah.
It's the story that's become a challenge.
Well, and
With
the
these
editing,
superhero
and the
movies.
editing.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, here, Captain America: Civil War had perfect editing.
Well, when you think about I mean that's true. It was good. Yeah,
And-
that was way more cohesive. That's
and-
true.
and Deadpool.
But you had a personal connection with just about every character in that
In that
Civil
universe.
War. Yeah, in that Civil War movie, right?
Yeah.
Like every one of them you've seen a million times. You're like kind of invested in a sense. These people, you have no clue who they are, what their names are. I don't know the Indian dude's name.
And I
I
don't
don't
care.
know the Asian
yeah.
woman's name.
Oh,
Don't
Katana.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You don't care about them because
No,
they
you're
haven't
not
been.
invested.
Yeah, this is the first time you're seeing them.
Yeah, well, I just said before, Shooting Squad is one of the teams that are very, 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 low base, so it's hard to get into the team, but they're all villains. Well, except for Katana. Katana's more of a hero, more or less.
Yeah, but I was ready for her to commit harikari.
Yeah,
Isn't that what that's called?
something like that.
Shogun. Whatevs. I wanted her gone.
Anyways, as for me, like I said, man, from story perspective, it was all over the place. I will give it that. But as for characters, I think all the characters were perfect. Like, then the Will Smith played like Will Smith, obviously. So I think he was good. Margot Robbie was perfect. Harley Quinn was perfect Joker. You know, I with the Joker scene because those scenes were cut. Why? Anyways, and as for the surprise cameos, actually, you know what? I'll keep that to myself. I don't get some spoilers. What I'm gonna talk about? Story is interesting. I do like the story in general. It's just editing is where everything fell apart. But all the characters I liked, and well, I think that's about it. Actually, Cam, what's your opinion?
What?
What's your opinion on Suicide Squad?
I thought it was good. Honestly, I liked it.
Yeah.
There were just like some key points that didn't really like get to the point, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. Like, I actually like the two. I do.
I feel like they should have gone more into like Katana because, like, first of all, it's like you didn't really know a lot about her. You just learned it from other characters what it was. You didn't get a backstory or anything.
Yeah.
You just learned her husband's soul is in a sword. That's it.
Yeah.
They could have gone more into detail. About what
I agree with
happened.
that. Anyways, I was probably up to stuff going at home. As for me, I actually like this movie. And is it good? Is it better than BVS? I think so, because it actually feel more like the character because they feel more fun. They feel more lighter, and they feel like they're more charming. BVS was just more dark, depressing, and it's so boring. This one I like and human to it. So that's a plus. Is it the best comic movie of all time? No. Civil War and Deadpool and X-Men Power were my favorites, but this one was good. It's not as perfect as Civil War and the movie, but you know what? It's far better than BBS and better than the other comic movie. Wait.
Well, I'm ready to give my rating.
Yeah.
How about any of you
Anyways,
guys?
Rating, quick rating.
Let's give a
I'm
rating.
saying 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I give it a 2.5. I was gonna say the same thing.
Well, 4.
Wow.
Try me.
Yeah. As for me, I give the movie a number, please. It's 3 out of 5 stars. Is it perfect? No. Is it a bad movie? Hell no. I've seen worse. But you know what? Actually, it's still a okay movie. It's not as good as the Deadpool or X-Men Power or at the Civil War. But you know what? It's still a fun movie. I just wish that they wouldn't edit the hell. So you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up. Anyways, that's all of you. Suicide Squad. Please comment on the my movie. Do I get to it? Also, look at my Facebook on Twitter and please Instagram my channel.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.